What's going on, Tamers? It's your boy Dan from DigiGuard United, bringing you guys another TBL Meta Snapshot. Wow, I don't know why I said it like that. But anyways, TBL Meta Snapshot, number 58 and number 59 in the books. This was this past weekend, TBLs. I was supposed to participate in number 58. I did not. I had an emergency I had to go to, so I could not participate. The guy, he didn't make top 4. I don't think his name is Shady Water. Requested that I join and play. Fortunately, I could not. But here we are anyways. We had 8 or 9 players in this tournament. As you can see, the winner for this one was J Junior Bennis, JJR Bennis. I don't know how to say the name. Red Purple Imperial. Red Purple Imperial is a solid deck right now, and it's just going to get even better. We got runner-up with Dino, Rapidmon Armors, coach with Dorugoramon again. This man's been killing it in the TBL lately. Been probably top 4 and I think in every single one this season or so, or at least pretty close to it. And then finally we have Sean John with Gallantmon. So let's hop right into it, talk about what we got going on. Red Purple Imperial, super good deck in my opinion right now. It's very aggressive. Oh, I forgot. We got this is the, let's backtrack. This week started the 2.5 testing, so you were able to proxy 2.5 stuff, so it's pretty cool to see. As you can see off rip already, we have 2.5 cards in this. So you know, whole point of Red Purple Imperial is to be able to DNA up the stacks, go into your Imperial Digimon, go into the fighter modes, and just blow up your opponent's security. That's essentially what it does. So you just set up with it. So you got the cards like Wormons to search it out, Vmon, Trash one, draw 2. You got this Wormon to Evo from trash, which is really, really good in this deck because you're able to, if you're able to go Shadramon, I think it is, play it out, Evo into one of your other ones from trash, and then the combo continues, right? Really, really good. Then you have in your champion line, he's running a lot of champions. He's off rip, he's running the Sethmon. This is a really good card. So this allows you to, when digivolving, when attacking, you may choose one of your Digimon, delete it, and one of your opponent's Digimon with as much DP or less in it. So you can potentially like pop off. I think if you have that on board, and let's say you have like a crazy stack, you can probably delete something really big, play all those Digimons out basically, right? And then just redo it again. I think you could do that. Don't quote me on that. I haven't play tested it much, but just the idea of it, like if you're just there with it, you know what I'm saying? Next, you have the OG Shadramon to help DNA your DNA plays off rip. You have the new XVmon, this from the BT21. So on play, when Digimon delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3k or less. Then if it's your turn, 2 of your Digimon may DNA into a Digimon with Imperial Digimon in his name or free trade. So this allows you to get rid of your opponent's floodgates off rip. So being able to just hard play this or something like that, DNA off rip, and if you're set up, you can just combo off pretty good. 2 Flame Dramon. This is the OG one, lets you DNA any turn, and then allows you to Evo one of your other Digimon or play. I think it is. No, just DNA. It's pretty good. And in the turn, inheritable DNA too. And then the promo Shadramon, this is why this card is $70 right here. The new hype for this deck is crazy. Being able to, when digivolving, you may play 1 Vmon Wormon from your trash suspended without paying the cost. Unleashing, you may play a Vmon Wormon from your hand suspended without the play cost. That's the inheritable. So, you know, the main play, if you have one in trash, let's say you have the Evo from trash one, you go to the Shadramon effect, play that Wormon, affect that Wormon, Evo into one of your other champions, and then you pop off. Promo Shadramon is so important to the deck. You have to have 4 of it. Next, the Dino Vmon, this is the SR Dino Vmon, super good. Be able to play your other Digimon, and you can just give it rush or whatever. Really good. Then he's running OG Pyodramon. But let's talk about the newer ones. He's running the new Dino B and the new Pyodramon. I think they're really good cards, but like the way the synergy works is kind of weird. So this one allows you to, on play when digivolving, you may return 1 Digimon card with Imperial Digimon in his name or the free trade from your trash at hand. All turns when any of your Dino B or Pyodramon would be returned to the hand or deck, 2 of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve into Imperial Digimon Drag Mode from your hand. Inheritable, your turn. this Digimon doesn't activate security effects on option cards and checks. So super good, being able to ADP with your stack, really good. And then the other one, the new Pyodramon. So on play when Digivolving, for the turn, one of your Digimon gains piercing, which is really good. And then plus 4k, then this Digimon may attack, super good. And then inheritable, when any of your Pyodramon down beam will be deleted, 2 of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve into Imperial Dramon. Sorry, that's not the inheritable. That's the all turns effect on its body. So if you have both out and they were to, or you have that one out, you need to have both. That's the only downside. You have to have both on board. So if they were to, for some odd reason, choose that one to delete, you can DNA your Digimon instead. So it has a little protection and go into your dragon mode, which is pretty cool. And inheritable second attack +1. I like them in general. The problem is for me is like, when are you gonna be setting up for that all turns effect? So you're gonna still just do your normal wombo combos and just continue DNA up the chain, I feel like. But I think they're really good cards. I just don't know how useful like that their all turns effects are. Because just the inherited way of how the deck works. Pyodramon is the old one, so does what it does. And he's running the old dragon mode. Again, this is what it does. So if you're DNA, you can your opponent choose one of their Digimon, delete all the other Digimon, then blitz. When attacking, this Digimon gains plus 2k for the turn, then the Digimon may Digivolve into a fighter mode from your hand, which is really good. And he's running the new fighter mode. So new fighter mode has raid, piercing. When Digivolving, your opponents can play Digimon or Tamers by effects until the end of the turn. So if you had the ADP underneath there, and then you have that effect, your opponent's not doing anything in their security. So Tamers aren't being played out, Digimon aren't being played out. It's super good. Then all turns once per turn, when your opponent's Digimon stacks removed, you can delete one of their Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon. So you can delete that final Digimon they have on board. So yeah, off to the next deck. We have Rapidmon. Again, this is the boy Gino's deck list. Interesting enough, so Rapidmon's got a huge boost. Red Medieval Gallon, in my opinion. Being able to, I think you need 2 of it. Being able to settle your board, neg things, and then kill them with Medieval Gallon is kind of crazy on how it works. But thought process for armors right now is that it can potentially have a good matchup against Purple Hybrid. The reason is if you have arguably double, let's go with double Rapid X's on board, that means the moment your opponent suspends these Digimon, they're going to get neg-8. So it's very hard for Purple Hybrid to deal with that, because you have to go Duskmon. If you were to go the normal, the normal combo route, Evo Duskmon over Koichi, swing Evo into Velgr. You can't Evo to Velgr because you immediately die. So I think that's the idea of it. The problem is, can you get there before Purple Hybrid sets up? And this deck right here, can it do well against Gallant is also another question. I don't know. I think he's been testing it out a lot to see, because at this point he was testing this deck for the Ulti Cup. And so as you can see, you got your usual suspects at the rookie level with all the Lopmon / Terriermon, mostly Terriermon X's, really good cards. You got the memory blocker to make sure Purple Hybrid doesn't gain as much memory. Same with Gallant, but they're probably gonna blow it up by the time that happens. 8 Rapids, no questions asked. And then at his low 5s, you see he has the Rapidmon, and then he's running the Argomon. The Argomon is pretty good against another tech counter against Purple Hybrid, or any hybrid decks in general that run a lot of Tamers. Just suspend everything, and they're stunned, suspended. Super good. And then Medium of Gallon, again, like I mentioned, great card in today's format. That card is like a $78 card now, so if you were to get your hands on it, and if you don't want them, sell them right now. Best time to sell if you don't care about them. Then you have your level 6s with Rapid X and then Mega Gargoyle Ace. The crazy thing about Mega Gargoyle Ace, he can EVO over your normal level 4 Rapidmons, your level 5 Rapidmon, and also your level 6 Rapid X, because it's just Rapidmon in name. And so you're always ready for a counterplay. And if your opponent is not prepared for the Mega Gargoyle Ace to pop off, they can definitely get effed up by it. Being able to stun Digimon, they can't Digivolve at times, or suspend and then block, and ruin your whole play. Really good card. And then the 4 Rapid X, no question asked. If you're playing Rapid X, you gotta have him at 4 of. And then his options: HVD, broken card, we already know. Was that 3 agility training, and then 3 double typhoon. Double typhoon, you don't need like the boost, in my opinion, because double typhoon is just that. It's a better for the deck. You can grab a green Digimon and a green Tamer at once, and then delay effect, be able to play your Lothmar Terriermon for free onto the battlefield. Super good. I love that card. Even in non bunny decks, I think it's really good card in general. Sure, you have to, if you want the delay effect, you might have to run a Lothmon or Terriermon, but those cards, like the starter deck ones, are really good generic effects to be able to play. Like, for example, your Terriermon can play Tamers for 2 costs less, and then Lothmon just gives anything alliance, which is super good. And then he's running 2 scrambles. Again, in today's world, it feels like you're gonna run 3 to 4 trainings, maybe a boost or 2, and then like 1 or 2 scrambles. And it's just the way the world is right now in Digimon, so it's not a surprise he's got 2 scrambles. And then his Tamer lineup: 2 Mimis and the 3 Willis. As you see, there's no Henry, because Henry's the worst Tamer. Willis is the OG. He is the real one. He is the best Terriermon Tamer, in my opinion. And then Mimi being able to be a memory Tamer, and then you're able to raise a Digimon from breeding when you have a level 5 or higher green, is super good in my opinion. Next up, we got Coach's Dorugoramon deck. Oh, look, there's a change this time. He got some changes. I guess he heard me from last time talking about changes. And so it's a little bit different. He's running more of the Luga package. So he went more purple base this time around versus the black base he had previously, looks like. And so as you see, you have the only 2 Dorumons. He's running the 8 He's running the 8 Lugamons, which is pretty good. And then he's running Tyrannomon. He's running a more purple variant. What's the word I'm looking for? SOC type deck. As you can see, like I said, he has the 8 Luga. So that's basically free memory sometimes, right? You go into your the Doruga stuff, you just combo off. Tyrannomon, great searcher for the deck, and you can set up your trash really well. In your low 5s, Dora Gray plus the Megadramon. Megadramon's another searcher for the deck, be able to place things underneath. Has a cool inherit with Digivolve things as well. Dex Dora Gray, really good card. Dorogora plus Dex Dorogora, and he's running the 1 Dexmon. He could be running the 2.5 version. No, he's not. He's not running the new one. And so really good cards. Like, I think purple base is probably the way to go for Dorugoramon, but I'm not an expert on it. I'm just going by what I think and based on what I've seen. And then as his Tamers lineup, he has, crazy part, he has no boost this time, no trainings, just 3 purple scrambles and the 1 the Demon Wolf Castle Searcher. You do have a lot of searching in this deck though, so I can see why. And then the Kosuke, the Yuji, Crackerfang, and then 4 of the regular IG. Interesting lineup. I wonder if he likes this version better than like the black base one. Should be interesting. I might ask him about it. Or maybe coach, if you see this, let me know in the comment section like which version you like better. And finally, we got Gallantmon for 4th place. Gallantmon do be doing Gallantmon things, you know what I'm saying? I feel like right now it's pretty standard on what you see on these lists. The Searcher, the Rusher, the X for more searching. That's your standard Guillemons you're gonna see. Then you have the one that plays out Tamer for free. I think this is super important to have until we have the new version, which we're about to have. So he's not running the 2.5 version, I don't think. Again, 2.5 was legal for this. You got Growlex, super good card. War Growlmon that lets you play things, play Takados and Guillemons from trash. You got the one that lets you Evo into Gallantmon for 1 less. You have War Growl X, super good card. Blow things up, second attack +1. Right, you know. BT 17 Gallant is the only Gallant you need. And I don't even think you don't need the BT 19 one either. But we'll see when people will get there and see what they're cooking with Gallantmon at that point. 3 Gallant X's is a must. And then 2 Crimson modes, pretty good. Option lineup. 2 trainings, 3 boosts, and then 2 scrambles, like I mentioned previously. In today's world, especially like stack decks, realistically, this is the options you really need, right? Some boosts, some trainings, some scrambles, get you the pieces you need, being able to recycle pieces with scramble, with the comeback mechanic. Super annoying in my opinion, but again, it is what it is when it comes to scrambles. And then he's running X Antibody in the protoform. In my opinion, for Gallantmon, not for every deck, every X Antibody deck, I think X Antibody is better for Gallantmon. Being able to go, let's say you're at the Gallantmon already, put the X Antibody underneath, you swing, you do Gallantmon's effects, you evo to Gallantmon X for, was it 2 or something like that? You get all the effects while you're swinging. You unsuspend as well, and then you're able to, swing again, trash potentially. Like, you do a lot, I feel like, with X Antibody. And of course, I mean, Protoform is not a bad card, right? Protoform, being able to evo for 1 less is so good. And then being able to recycle your pieces and recover. Again, really, really good card. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just think X Antibody works for Gallantmon better. That's all. Like, maybe like a 10% difference of how much it works better, for me, that's how I see it. And then Tamers, Takado, this is the EX2 one. I'm surprised he's not running like the Warper one. So this one is just legit, just build your stack and call it a day. This gives blitz and then gains memory when you delete a Digimon. And then 3 Cool Boy. He went heavy on the Cool Boy. This card is still goated. I love Cool Boy. It never needed to get hit back in the day, and it still doesn't. So on play, you reveal top 3 cards, add 1 Digimon with X Antibody trait and 1 option with the X Antibody. Really, really good. And then when you evo on your turn into a same level X Antibody, you gain a memory and draw 1. It's such a good card. I love it. I love that people are bringing Cool Boy back for Gallantmon nowadays. Off to TBL number 59. This is the one I actually played in. Yeah, I played in this for this week. I played it in. I did not do well just because I missed the first round, and that kind of threw everything off for me. I think I went like 2-2 or something like that. Shout out to Leechy, the boy Leechy, who had played in it. He also joined Lee. He was playing Dorugoramon, which was pretty cool to see. And I was playing, I was testing out Millenniummon because I was like, I might play Millenniummon for the Ulti Cup. Because I think Millenniummon on paper sounds like it has a good matchup against like decks like Gallantmon against the meta. And I played enough against Purple Hybrid to know how to navigate that matchup. And I think it does decent in other decks, but it also has some very, very hard counters to it. Namely Dorugoramon. Found out Deep Sabers can be a pretty good counter to it. Tyrant is a instant counter to, and Dinomon kind of is hard to deal with. I'm not gonna lie, it's a matter of resources at that point when it comes to Dinomon. Being able to have the fortitude is very, very tough and sticky for to deal with. But anyways, top 4, we see the boy Dino again. This time he winning with Deep Sabers. Runner up is OKK'd with Dinomon, Purple Hybrid in 3rd, and then Golden Prinny with Mirage. So let's jump into it. Deep Sabers. I love Deep Sabers. I've been building the deck myself and playing it. Deck is super good. You have so many different aquatics that you can add to the deck to add consistency and add different things to it. So as you can see offer, what I mean by consistency, right? He's playing the 4 Sangomon. Sangomon came out in 2.0. This allows you to grab on play, search, and grab an aquatic and a Liberator traded card. He doesn't have anything that's Liberator besides the Sango, but that's another, search. Really, really good. And he can grab everything else from the deck basically with the aquatic trait. Crabmon, super good. He has jamming, inherit one, and gives blocker on play. Goma is the searcher for the deck. Pretty good. And then in his champion level, he got the one Koalamon. This allows you to get your protection to your big stacks. So being able to can be DP reducing and or affected by a Digioff, super good. And then inheritable blocker. For the new Siegramon, he has When attacking, gain 1 memory, and then jamming and inheritable, super good. Promo Cedra is a really good card in this deck. Being able to play one of your Digimon can't be deleted by battle until the end of your opponent's turn, and then as an inheritable, when you play a Digimon by effect, it gains Rush. Really good. And then he's running the 2 Zeke. Zeke surprised me when I saw this when I was watching one of his games. On play, when Digivolve, return one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon to the hand, so that allows you to get rid of potential floodgates, which is pretty important for this deck because you need to gain the memory and be able to play things by effect as well. And then inheritable gets jamming. I think in my build I want to say I had something else. I don't remember what it was at the other champion spot, but this is still a good card though nonetheless. And then at his level 5s, 3 Waymon, 4 of the new Mega Siegramon, and then 2 of the old Mega Siegramon. This allows you to place a Digimon, blue Digimon, underneath the bottom source, and then bomb deck something that with that level equal to or less than. Super good card. Inheritable. When attacking by placing one of your other blue Digimons as bottom source, you can suspend Digimon. So another way to get aggressive. And then this has the same inheritable as well. So by placing one of your other Digimon, on suspense, really good. Waymon, on play, when Digivolve, you may place 1 Digimon card from DS tray from your trash as this bottom Digivolution card. And attack, you may play 1 DS tray Digimon card with a play cost of 5 or less from your cards. Super good for the deck. And inheritable, Digimon attack target can't be switched. So being able to just swarm the board, be able to get your stack ready. So when you do the big plays with like Plesio and Aegis, you can have many buys to play out for them. And then the 3-4 split, plus you place your mind, super important, most important card. This allows you to DNA when you play Digimon or another Digimon with DS trait Digivolved into, and then you can DNA. Then they can attack as well. Metal Siegemon Ace is such a good card. Being able to Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon and then bottom deck a play cost 7 or less, and in all turns while you have 1 or more memory, none of your opponent's Digimon can suspend. So that means your opponent's Digimon can't block. And then you have, Waymon maybe. If they have a redirect or something, then they can't be redirected either. So, you get that lock going really strong. And then Aegis is just cracked, right? When Digivolve and return to 14 play cost total worth of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. If DNA Digivolve, you may play up to 12 play costs worth of DS traded Digimon from your sources, which is really good. And then all turns while you have 1 or more memory, none of your DS traded Digimon are affected by your opponent's Digimon effects. While you have 1 or less, none of your opponent's Digimon can activate on-play effects. So it has that crazy floodgate effect, super strong. You have that plus like Metal Siegemon now, plus maybe like Koalamon now. You're doing big things. And then you have the inheritables to, tuck a Digimon to unsuspend. Now you get the aggression going as well. The deck is really strong. It has some weak points right now because it's just not there yet, it feels like, because you can out it pretty easily at times, but it's still pretty solid. Options: mem boost, 3 deep savers, and then 2 trainings. I think for this deck you can at least run the Quilong and then run the Shellbond, so you can at least have Tamers and you can add to the combos. I think that, like I said, that's the version I'm running with that. I think her name's Quilong, something like that. The aquatic liberated tamer. You know what I'm saying? Super good. Oh, that's what it was. I had Shellmon in my version, so I can play the tamer for free. That's what it was. On to the next one. So we got Dino back in the tops again. This one is running kind of your standard stuff of the Agumon, the new Agumons, and then an Uko. Again, the new Agumon, the new black Agumon is kind of meh. Like, who cares about it really? It can come up, I guess, but it's not really that good. And then at his champion level, he's running this old Tyrannomon, which is interesting. This allows you to, when Digivolve, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 level 5 card and 1 green tamer among them to your hand. So it's cool, I guess, because he's running green base instead with the Koromon, so you can at least use that easier. I guess that's why he's running that Agumon, let's put it like that, because you can evo into this, you can search a level 5 or higher, and then add a green tamer. As you can see, he's running Shotos, and I'll explain why in a bit. Then you have 4 the new Tyranno, 3 Tyranno X's. This card right here has got to be a 4, in my opinion. The 8 new Master and Metal, again, needed. 4 Dino, again, needed. Medieval Gallant is at a 1 of. I think he's running out 2 of. And then he's running 2 Crimson Mode, which is pretty interesting. Being able to delete things up to 15 costs is really, really good. There's nothing wrong with that. And then when attacking, trash your opponent's security for every 10 cards in both players' trash, so that can add up pretty fast. And then options, agility training, green mem boost. He's running like X antibody. Cool thing about it is about fortitude, right? So if they get rid of the Dinomon, you fortitude, you come back, you place X antibody again, and now that Dinomon can't come back again, and you know, you do all the shenanigans again. And then Shotos and Ryotaro, 4 Ryotaro is a must. He's running the memory setter Shoto. So when one of your Digimon attacks your opponent's Digimon by suspending the tamer, you may change the attack target to another one of your opponent's Digimon or the player. And then you have the 3 cost drop that gives blocker and piercing. So because he's running medieval, it's kind of a cool combo, right? If you have this, medieval has to swing with vortex into a Digimon, so you can use the tamer to redirect it into another Digimon or the player. And if you're alliancing, you can pop off, do another 2 checks on it. And then you have this one that gives blocker and piercing. And then if the Digimon has vortex traded, you can suspend a Digimon. So you can do a lot with it because of the medieval Gallantmon, right? And in general, just get something blocker, which is pretty good as well. So I can see why he's running the Shotos for sure. I think it's a really cool concept. He got second with it, so I guess it did pretty decent with him. I want to see like more of that. Like that'd be pretty cool. Mixing Vortex Warriors plus Dinos together should be pretty interesting, I think. Next we got is, it says Velgar Loop, just purple hybrid shenanigans. This is basically what the top purple hybrid lists are looking like. They're running the Siyakos for the drawing, Gallantmon for the rush, your Ukos, Ginkaku promo, the Kaiser Leo for the extra hybrid, Argomon for the counterplay of purple hybrid mirrors, Gallantmon now because it's free basically, right? Dexmon is a good choice, right? In this meta, you got a lot of decks that run a lot of Tamers sometimes, or a lot of Digimon, so you can just deal with a board pretty easy with Dexmon. Options, 1 calling, 2 Death Slingers, 4 Jack Raid, 2 Miss Mem, a purple Mem boost, and then 4 rivals. Pretty interesting. He's probably running the 4 rivals because he wants to get more security bombs in his deck list, especially against decks like Gallantmon, decks like Dino. You can deal with it as well. Really, really good card. And then obviously if you mill it, then you can grab another purple card from your trash. And then Tamer wise, 2 of the new Koichi, 4 old, 3 old Matt, and then 1 Louis for game. I love this deck because this deck can, you know, you can kind of win out of nowhere at times because there's so many just quick win buttons. You got Gallantmon, you have 20 cards of trash, give rush. You have Ginkaku promo who has rush on body. So you can, you know, maybe Evo a Tamer to a hybrid, and if you just play that turn, you Evo for 1 cost into promo. There you go, you got rush for game. Or even you can hard play if you have all that memory for 6, hard play, go for game. You have Gallantmon that has rush on body too as well. There's so many ways you can win with this deck now. I know people don't like it, and people say, you know, hey, this deck is easy to play and whatnot. But if you want to win at a high level, this deck takes a lot of thinking. A lot more thinking involved, a lot more combo you can think of. I've seen quote unquote bad players, or maybe newer players that had never played the deck, do a lot of misplays in the sense of they couldn't win that turn, and I go look at the hand, and I'm like, oh, you have the outs. You were able to win this turn. You just didn't see it because it does take a lot more thought process, especially from mid to late game, on those winning turns. Then people realize, and they're like, purple high, we just, you know, Evo Koichi into Dusk and then Evo to Velgar, and that's it. No, there's a little bit more to it. But I would say, you know, it has a low ceiling. I think it's a low entry point, but very high skill ceiling, in my opinion. That's how I think of this deck. And finally, we got Oh boy, Mirage is back. Golden Prinny's Mirage. Yay. It's Mirage. Let me stop. Mirage can do Mirage things. As you can see, he has all these floodgates. He has the Gallantmon to draw. All the Gallantmons to be able to draw or play the memory tamer, the Tamers tamer for free. Yeah, it's just Mirage. You know what I'm saying? Ultimate levels, you got the double Huakuns plus the Zudo Ace play. You don't care about anything else for the most part. Hexa at 2 is a must in this deck. That card can just shut down decks pretty easily. Mirage is Mirage, and he's running 2 bonds, so it's pretty cool. You're able to bounce things or bomb deck things with the bond. Return 2 of your opponent's Digimon with equal or fewer Digiboost source than the Digimon to the bottom of the deck. So in a deck like this, where you can potentially get a decent stack going, you can probably bottom deck a lot of different things on your opponent's side of the field. And then when attacking, if you have a tamer, unsuspend the Digimon. So just another way to swing, unsuspend, you know what I'm saying? Because this deck loves doing that. So having another top end to be able to do that is kind of crazy. And then he has the 1 burst mode, which is crazy. I would think that would be a flip-flop, 2 burst mode versus with the 1 bond. But I guess he likes having that a better chance of using that card for a counterplay, for sure. You can also hard play if you want. Probably not as good or needed, but yeah. And then options. Is that 4 scrambles? That's disgusting. Ugh. I tell you, Mirage and Mirage players shaking my head. 4 scrambles, 2 full moon media impact, and then 4 mental trainings, and then 3 Thomases in general. Because this deck is stupid, how you can kind of abuse blue scramble, in my opinion. But it's, again, that's why I don't like them, but that's neither here nor there. With that being said, if you guys like this content, please hit that like button, subscribe as well, and let us know in the comment section below what you think about these decks and their ratios and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? One more note I keep forgetting. Don't forget to join TBLs on Fridays and the Wednesdays at 7 p.m. sharp. We have sign-ups usually like the start of the day before or something like that, or they're already up, I don't know. But join, have fun, play some games, win some cool prizes as well. Or if you don't want to do that, just watch the stream and enjoy us BSing about the decks that's playing or whatever shenanigans that happens. With that being said, Tamers, peace out.